So welcome guys back to another video in the channel. We are doing another match preview, and this one is quite a big one for me anyway, a personal derby for me. Arsenal versus Leicester City in the Premier League. A huge game for both clubs, as you know, Arsenal, looking at their previous result in the Europa League, are not doing that great. You know, very poor performance against Rapid Vienna, but we did get the job done very comfortably in the end. In the last sort of 20 minutes, you know, they didn't put too much pressure in the last 10, but we did make a mistake. Leno did make a mistake, and they did make us pay. I am doing this preview just in between, as Leicester City are playing Zorya Luhansk, and at the moment they are 1-0 up, courtesy of James Maddison. And it says here that Iheanacho did assist that one as well, and he's playing very well for them. But the one thing about Leicester City that normally does hurt us is Jamie Vardy, and he could be out for this game against Arsenal, which is huge big news for us, because he's normally the one that scores goals against us, and he's like a Harry Kane, isn't he? He somehow always finds a way to score against Arsenal, and hopefully that is not the case again on Sunday, because he could be injured. I'm not celebrating injuries here, but again, it's always a good thing to have. Looking at the two Premier League forms at the moment, let me just bring that up now. There we go. So in the table, Leicester City are sitting 4th on 5 games and 9 points, same as Arsenal, but because of goal differential, we are sitting in 5th with 2 goal differential, and Leicester City with 4. In the last game, Arsenal did actually lose to Manchester City on match day 5, and that did end in a 1-0 loss for Arsenal. We did Raheem Sterling getting a goal in that game. For Leicester City, however, it was a late heartbreak for them, as they did lose 1-0 to Aston Villa. They lost 1-0 to Aston Villa. Ross Barkley getting a late goal for them in that one. Very late goal. Quite an equal game for them, but they did come out on top. And I do think this is going to be a very equal game. I think Leicester City just about probably maybe have the better squad than us. But Thomas Partey did play very well, and he'll be very influential in this game anyway. If he starts, hopefully he does start in this game, because he was very good against Rapid Vienna. I did talk about this in my player ratings and match reaction. If you haven't watched that, it's going to be the last video on my channel, I think. And yeah, I think Thomas Partey has to show what he can do in the Premier League now. It's all good doing it against, you know, a Farmers team, but you have to do it in the best of leagues and against a very top opposition, Leicester City, and they will cause you a lot of problems. They're very good in the midfield, especially with James Maddison and Yuri Tielemans. Normally they'd be very good with Wilfred Ndidi, but unfortunately he's injured for them, so Thomas Partey could have a bit of joy, because both of those are quite attacking players in the midfield, so we could have a bit of joy. But I think Thomas Partey has to start in this game. We will look at that in our predicted 11, in our lineup, or whatever you want to call it. Again, Nandez one, he will do his preview for this game as well, and so check out his channel. I'll probably leave that in the description box or the comment section down below. But anyway, looking at the team news, there was a bit of doubt over Willian and Dani Ceballos, 2 players that did pick up knocks. Well, Ceballos I will put in my lineup, because I think he will be fine for this game, and I think we do really need him. They didn't travel to to Vienna to play that game against Rapid Vienna. We could have needed them in that game, because we didn't lack a bit of creativity, and those two are players that do give us quite a bit of creativity within the wide areas and down the middle. But Leicester City, again, we have to be on it. We have to create chances, because we simply do not create enough. And as I just said, Maddison and Tielemans, they are 2 players that do create a lot of chances, and within the wide areas as well. Castagne, he looks like a really good player. Can't wait to see him in full action against a top team like Arsenal, and you know, seeing him for the first time for 90 minutes straight will be very interesting to see what he's made of as well. And he'll give them a lot of creativity down the right hand side as well, as long as with the wide areas, you know, they will have Cengiz Under if he starts, and they look very solid at the back with their new signing Wesley Fofana as well. So by no means this is an easy game, and we have to be on it, because against Rapid Vienna we were not on it, and if we're not on it today we will struggle. But let's get straight into the predicted lineup. My lineup, it's a bit of mix of both, and I will start off in goal, Bernd Leno. Now, he wasn't great against Rapid Vienna, I'll be honest, but the thing is, we can't fall back on anyone else, because we did sell Emi Martinez to Aston Villa. Sorry, I won't go on about it too much, but still, you know, we don't have anyone else, you know, that we can, you know, give Leno competition to, because it looks like Runason's just there just to make up squad numbers. It looks like you may as well just kept Macy and not spend the 2 million on Runason. So I'm not sure when Runason will get his first game, but simply we'll just go with Leno. He did make 3 big mistakes. I did look at that in the Vienna player rating, so go check that out as well. Going into the back three, I will go with a 3-4-3 simply because when we did go to the 4 at the back, we were just not good enough. We were really poor. We started giving away the ball. We just did not look comfortable at all, and I don't think Gabriel and Luis were very suited to that 4 at the back for some reason, even though Gabriel has played in that formation. But I do think we just have to stick with a 3 for now until we do get more players, better players that are more suited to the back 4, or if Arteta gets more time, you know, to sort that out, and then we can switch gradually onto that back 4. But in the back 3, I will go with David Luiz first of all, and David Luiz is pretty decent, but he did get twisted around a lot in the Rapid Vienna game. But hopefully now in the Premier League, more in a suited environment in that back 3, he'll be much better. On the left hand side of the centre backs, I will go with Gabriel. Again, I was pretty impressed with him in the Rapid Vienna game. He has been a top centre back for us this season, and hopefully he can continue. On the right hand side of the centre backs, I will go with Rob Holding. I was tossing up between him and Squadron Mustafi because he is now back from injury. He was on the bench in the Rapid Vienna game. Mustafi, I did predict him to start, maybe because he would have been back from injury. It would be a good way to ease him back, but no, he was on the bench, and we did go with Luiz and Gabriel. But I do think Rob Holding is a very good player. I think he's very underrated in this Arsenal team. Mikel Arteta likes him a lot. He was going to leave on loan to Newcastle, I believe, in the summer transfer window, but Arteta basically begged him to stay, like he did with Granit Xhaka, and it looks like he's going to be staying and playing an important part for us, and hopefully he can rediscover a lot of that form he had before he got that ACL injury, in which he was actually very good. So hopefully that is a start of something new for Rob Holding, and that is what I'll be going with. On the wing backs, first of all, on the right hand side, I'll go with Heki B, also known as Hector Bellerin, Dua Lipa, whatever you want to call him. He is playing alright actually over the last few weeks, ever since that Liverpool game, in which I did dig in deep to him a lot. But he came on late in the Rapid Vienna game. He did make a difference. He set up the goal for Aubameyang going out wide. I thought that was offside, but it was not offside, and he was pretty good coming on, made a good impact as well. So hopefully he can continue and create a lot of chances for us from those wide areas in this game against Leicester City, because we will really need it. And hopefully his crossing game is on par, because Cedric's was in the first half of that Rapid Vienna game. On the left hand side of the wing backs, I will go with Kieran Tierney. I don't want to see any of this playing him in the centre back role. He is not a centre back. Not a centre back. Even if he's playing in a centre back, for some reason he's always marking the tallest player in the other team. I don't know what's going on there. Like, play Tierney in his usual position, which is left wing back or left back, because that guy can seriously cross a ball, and he's not been playing. He's not had amazing performances of late. He's not been terrible, but he's not been amazing, and I want to see the amazing side of Kieran Tierney, because I know he is that good, and hopefully he can come up to his best. He did come on for the last few minutes against Rapid Vienna, did make an appearance, so he will be perfectly fine for this game, and I really want him to start in that left back row if we go with the 4, or that left wing back row if we do go with the 3 at the back or the 5 at the back, because I do want to see him crossing balls, making creativity, because we need every inch of creativity in this team that we can get, because we will need a lot of chances to beat Leicester City. They're a very good team, very compact team, and it will take a lot to break them down. So that's why I'm going to go with Kieran Tierney. In the middle of the park of the 2 in midfield, first of all, I will go with Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey, really need to go with him, because what we saw in Rapid Vienna, if he can transfer that onto the game against Leicester, he will be amazing. He is world-class player, and hopefully now he can show that in the Premier League against Leicester City. Next to him, I will go with Dani Ceballos. I think we need creativity in this team, and my thinking is, if we can get Partey to maybe drop a little bit deeper, it will allow Dani Ceballos to push forward a bit more. I do want Partey putting passes through the midfield, but Xhaka does that as well. So basically Partey is a 100 times level better than Xhaka, and then Ceballos can be a bit more of a creator, something he does for the Spain team as well, for the Spain under-23s team, something he did very well in their World Cup, where he did play actually really well, and he played as a number 10. So we need to see more of that. We need to see Ceballos creating, not sitting too deep. I don't want that, because when he's too sideways, and Xhaka again a bit too sideways, and only plays does 5-yard passes. And I think Partey and Ceballos, if they play next to each other, they will really help each other, and I think we can be very good in that department if we can create those chances, because at the moment we need to do anything to create chances. And I think with Partey, we do look very secure in that midfield as well, as we did see in that Rapid Vienna game. He does everything basically. If you're a Leicester fan out there watching, what I saw in the Vienna game, he will track back, he will put tackles in, he will stop the play, he will stop the momentum, he does intercept ball, he reads the play so well, and he'll be so key in this game. So moving on to the front three now. First of all, on the right hand side, I will go with Nicolas Pepe. Now, I am putting my trust in him only because he just needs to keep playing him, because that guy has a magic of a left foot. We've just not seen it enough in the last few weeks, and I really do believe in Pepe, and hopefully Arteta just keeps deciding to play him, because I've not seen enough from Willian since the Fulham game to suggest he should be starting games for Arsenal. I think the only position he can really fit in really is if, you know, Aubameyang's not playing and we put him on the left hand side, or even when we play a 4-3-3, he plays an attacking in the midfield, where we do need a bit more creativity. But again, as I said, we don't look comfortable in a throw at the back at the moment, which is one of the reasons I will stick Pepe on the right hand side. Hopefully now I can see him. I know what that guy can do, he's just not doing it, or when he is doing it, he's not doing it consistently. So hopefully Pepe can finally step up in the Premier League. I say this all the time, but hopefully this can be the one. On the left hand side, I will go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Got a goal in the Rapid Vienna game, hopefully that can boost up his confidence, and we just keep going, don't we? This guy can bring anything out of nowhere. This guy is really good. Aubameyang, he's been AWOL in the last few Premier League games, very poor, but hopefully he can turn up in the Leicester City game, because we will really need him in these big games now. Just has to turn up, score more goals for us, what he's been doing since he's ever come to Arsenal, and that's all I can say. But in the middle of the park, in the in the striker role, Lacazette. Start this guy in the Premier League. For some reason, before the Sheffield United game, he scored 3 and 3, and then he got benched. And then after, in the Man City game, he got benched. And then now he played in the Rapid Vienna game, and then came off. I don't really know what's going on with Lacazette. You know, he just keeps getting benched when he's playing well, when he's in good form. I just think he needs like a run of games, like 10 games or something, just to get him a lot of goals, a bit of confidence as well. And hopefully in this Leicester City game, he can provide that as well. I don't want to see him dropping too deep though. I think sometimes he does drop a bit too deep. So hopefully we can see him playing as more as a striker. So that is my predicted lineup for this game against Leicester City. Hopefully Arsenal turn up and play like Arsenal. Do not park the bus, not something stupid, playing sideways all the time. Let's go forward, let's play the fluid attacking football Arsenal are always known for playing. And yeah, that is it for my predicted lineup. Leave your predictions for this game. What do you think it's going to be? An Arsenal win, a Leicester win, a draw, a 2-2 draw, a high scoring match, a low scoring match, or 0-0 draw? Leave your thoughts, predicted lineup predictions in the comment section down below. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.